Okay, I wanted to bring my friend that I met at Taco Bell along. His name is Pablo. He's one of my students. He's really pretty good. Hi, welcome to edsguitarlessons.com. I'm going to show you some simple techniques that will help you with your finger picking, okay? And of course there's some proper ways to do things. I've seen professionals that make millions of dollars just use two fingers. You know, just the thumb and the index finger, and that's basically the methodology I'm going to show you, okay? That we're using a Spanish song that you can do some simple finger picking, okay? So I think you'll like it. It's very similar to Malagueña. I'm going to try to make it a little different, because if I don't, copyright people is going to get me and haul me away into a Spanish prison. So, but I'm going to show you the techniques. Okay? And I'll put up a tab in on YouTube. Excuse me, on my webpage, edsguitarlessons.com. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a D string, and I'm going to try to break it down into pieces, and you'll see how easily it kind of fits together. And we're going to use our thumb for the these three notes, the D, G, and B. So get your finger used to going G, D, G, B, D, G, B, D, G, B. Okay. So get that get your hand positioned in the right spot. Don't be up here. Don't get kind of out of whack. Okay. And what happens in this Spanish style picking is that you're going to use your thumb to hit those notes, but in between each of those notes you're going to use your number one finger, the one you scratch your head with, the index finger. Okay? So you're going to hit a note, the D string, E string. So, oh, by the way, I'm playing an E chord up here, E major. Not E minor, E major. Not minor, E major. Okay? So, we're doing E, the D, G, B. And between each one, you're going to pick the open E string on the bottom, or actually, musically it's on the top. Higher pitched note, okay? So you're going to hit the D, E, G, E, B, E. You're hitting the D with your thumb, the G with your thumb, and the B with your thumb. And you're hitting all those E notes with your pointer finger. So you start off slow, holding the E chord up here. In fact, we're going to talk about what your fingers do up here. We're going to break this into half. Talk about this hand, your finger picking hand, and then we're going to go up here. Okay? Okay? So anyway, so you put a E string between each one, and this is what it would sound like very slowly. Okay? So, boom. Just using two fingers, okay, and an E chord. Okay, alright, so that's how that side works. Like I said, I can't really play the whole thing because they're going to get me on my copyright laws. And I don't want to end up in the Casa Grande. Okay, so on this hand, the chording hand, Normally you play an E as it's written in most chord books like that. You know, your number 2 is up on the 5th string, your number 3 is on the 4th string, and then your number 1 comes down here on the 3rd string. But because we're going to do a really cool fancy move, we have to change the way we finger. And now your 3rd finger is going to go on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Your pinky is going to go on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And your number 2 finger, your middle finger, is going to go on the 3rd string, 1st fret. It's still an E, okay? It don't matter which fingers you use, it's an E. Okay, you can use your toes, you can use a cat's paw, or whatever you want to use, okay? And the reason is we want to leave number 1 free, because it's got to do some work later. So you're going to multitask on this one, okay? And it takes practice and patience. And so that's what you're going to have to think of when you do this. But this is the kind of thing you kind of work on little by little, okay? You know, over a period of time. This could take you a day, it could take you a week, it could take you a month. But you keep going after it. There's some songs you learn very easily, and there's other songs that are long-term projects. This might be one of them, okay? So, remember, we're starting on the D string down here, and I'm doing this, playing an E. The next thing that happens is I'm going to slide my E up to F. So it's going to go up 1 fret, or a half step, okay? Still the same thing, my finger's free here. Because what's going to happen on my chording hand is I'm going to end up putting my number 1 finger on the B string on the 1st fret during this little adventure, this Spanish Latin adventure, and I'm going to put it on the 2nd string, 1st fret. It's going to go down, then it's going to come off. But it's very needful, okay? So, you can already hear it, it's very Spanish. You can see Señorita. Okay, dancing the flacorico, okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to go from here, slide up to an F, and then our number 1 index finger is going to go down on the 2nd string, 1st fret, which is a B, turns into a C. Hear that? That's what's going to happen there, okay? So now I'm going to play it all together using all the techniques we've learned thus far. Okay, so... Okay, so I don't want to get too close to playing the song that this kind of represents, because then I'm going to get thrown in the Casa Grande, okay? So, but you can figure it out if you've ever heard it. So I'm just going to play little sections, okay? So... Okay, so that's the tricky part when this comes up to the F, and then we have to put this down because it's only there for 1/4 note. Okay, so I'll do it slow motion. Here we go. Hit the G string, B string with your finger down, with your finger up on the B string. And you shift back very quickly and hit that D string again, okay? It takes practice, and I would say you just keep attempting to do this without stopping every time. Okay? Okay? So some other things we can add to this idea is a couple of chords, and that's an F, a full F, big bar chord. If you can't do the big bar chord, just do the half bar. But this one sounds really good. Tension. It sounds like a Clint Eastwood movie. Okay, so we're going to go E, F, G, F, back to E. See? Okay, now what you want to do next, there's some neat notes that go along with Spanish playing, and that is the Phrygian scale. I'll put a copy of that on my website also, okay? And I'm going to show you very quickly how to play it, okay? It's the Phrygian scale. It's the third mode of the major scale. Okay, but we're going to play this one in E, of course, because we're in A, okay? So, basically you hit your open E string down at the bottom. That's one of the most simple ones. Open, F, G, just like the chord. Okay. So then the next string, that's the open E. Then we go to the B string. And if you know about soloing, you go from the highest note to the lowest note when you're descending. Okay. So that's what we want to do. We want to go open, G, F, B, D, C, B, okay? Then we're going to go to an A, G, okay? And then we're going to go to, that's an F, and that's an E, okay? On the D string. That would complete it right there, but we're going to go ahead and go all the way up to the low E. So we'll go. So then we're going to do a C, B, open to an A, G, F, and then E. So it sounds like this slowly. Here's string at a time. So. Do that again. Olé! Oil of Olay. Okay, so that's just some ideas with Spanish sounding music, okay? The Phrygian lends itself to that. The E, F, and G lends itself to that. And of course the finger picking does. And I want to show you one thing on the E string. So we go open E, F, G, A, B, C, D, backwards, and just follow it backwards. Or you can look at it as open 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 9, 8, excuse me, 10, 8, 7, 5, 3, 1, open. All goes with the key of E, okay? So I hope that kind of gives you a little encouragement and how to play some Spanish style music without really me showing you the actual song that I'm trying to show you, okay, because I don't want to go to the big casa, or the casa grande, which means house big. But that's another story for another day. Thanks for watching AskGuitarLessons.com. I hope you enjoyed the little presentation. My friend Pedro, who I met at Taco Bell, and so that gives me legitimacy to play Spanish music. Thank you, God bless you, and have a wonderful day. Take care, bye.